I know a lot of people aren't that positive on this film, but in my opinion, there's still a ton of amazing Spider Man stuff in this film. Something that I always appreciated about this version is how they were able to showcase the friendly neighborhood aspects of the webhead. And it's also great that they're able to show Peter workshopping his Spidey tech and upgrading his gear in response to the challenges he comes across. I just love seeing it. The opening swing sequence through the city is probably my favorite live action Spider Man scene. I mean, the jump in quality of visual effects is so impressive. This might be a weird comparison, but it's kind of like going from Ted to Ted 2 CGI. And the Spidey moments here are so crisp and pleasing on the eyes. It just rocks. And the Spidey suit here is a masterpiece, and it makes everything else going on in the film much more enjoyable to watch. But I can agree with a lot of the critics who say that this movie is just way too crowded. Like with all the villains and the subplot with Peter's parents, it is a lot to take in. Electro's journey here provided some major tonal whiplash, but he was a cool challenge for Spidey. He honestly might be the most OP villain amongst his entire rogues gallery in the live action films. I mean, any scene the pair had together was pretty interesting, especially in the first scene where they meet again in Times Square. That final battle that they have is so cool. It's definitely the best looking Spider Man action across the entire history of the live action Spider Man films. And also, when the film is focused on the Goblin and Spidey, I was actually impressed by what was done in like their two scenes together. It would have been interesting to see how their relationship would have evolved in a future story like TASM 3. But yeah, it's so cool that the Spidey side of Marvel is so rich that it could honestly be a self sufficient universe outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, I can definitely see the potential in having future stories being centered around organizations like Ravencroft Institute, the Daily Bugle, and Oscorp. Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy gets to do more in this film than Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane Watson did in the entire Sam Raimi trilogy. I mean, the chemistry that she had with Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker is just fantastic. And following their relationship was a roller coaster, but the emotional beats involving her land surprisingly well. I probably watched the Tobey Maguire movies in theaters as a kid, but yeah, TASM 2 is the first Spider Man film I remember watching in theaters. I remember how exciting that tease to the future was at the end, and it would have been cool to see what they would have done with it, but I'm okay with the ending that's presented here. TASM 2 is a little bit overhated. What did you think about The Amazing Spider Man 2?